Yo, GK Nation. GPS. The Grown Folks Podcast.
Oh my God. Welcome to the podcast.
An extension of the Grown Folks Kids Show. Introducing the host with the most, the great gun. Keeping it kid. This is going to be fun. Because I'm Batman.
Hey, yo, what is up? What is going on? It is happening. What is happening?
Uh-oh.
How y'all feeling today? How you feeling, man?
Man, you know me. I'm feeling great.
Well, you feeling good, man?
GR8.
All right, GR8 with an exclamation mark.
Great.
Great. I feel because he had his frosted flakes. That's why you feel great right there. So, hey, what show is this? Welcome to the Grown Folks Kids Shows
GPS.
and let us
Navigate you through our mind.
because it is a wonderful place to be.
Yes, it is.
Our minds are wonderful. And speaking of our minds,
Sometimes.
let's open it. Well, sometimes. I don't know. His go to weird places. Mine stays immaculate.
There he goes.
And sharp. And it stays knowledgeable.
Always trying to bring the great ones down. This is what happened.
Yeah, I gotta take that 8 and put it put a 15 on there. And put an extra mark. I gotta turn that 8 into a 15. Hey, by the way, you want to catch our show, go to grownfolkskidshow.com. Okay, and hit podcast or TV show tab, and there's our television stuff. Okay, we're going to be taping some new stuff coming pretty soon, and also there's all of our podcasts and the platforms. Actually, you can just select the platform you listen to, and you go right to it. All right, you can go ahead and do that. And if you're local here in Eastern Washington, Channel 14, Spokane, Channel 14, make sure you go ahead and catch all the clips on there. Okay, other than that, just go to YouTube. We'll put everything on YouTube. Okay?
YouTube.
We got Twitters, Instagrams, Facebooks, all that stuff, okay? Alrighty. Since I said all that, what we got today?
I don't know because I don't know who you are.
I'm Jervin. Who you make?
I know it's all the great Gunny.
You're the great 15 Gruddy.
That don't even make any sense. Great 15 Gunny?
Great 16 Gunny. We'll do double Gunnies. Great 16.
Great.
8 times 2.
Yeah, to the second power. I'm great to the second power. All right, Dre, I like that.
All right, I gave him
great
something.
to the second power.
Great to the second power. I gave him something. I gave him a little something. Okay, I can't dog on the homie.
I'm super great.
I can't dog on the homie. All right. Speaking of dogging on former homies, well, he wasn't really my homie. I always thought he was a weird dude, but I said, okay, he makes a good flash. We about to talk about Ezra Miller.
We talking about Looney Tunes?
Well, we're not. We're not going to talk about Ezra so much deep into Ezra. We're going to talk mostly about what in the hecksters they do now with this film.
They need to just not.
Wait, before we go there, don't answer it yet.
No.
Don't answer it. Let's set the people up first, man. You ready to
Put it on the chopping
put it on the chopping block? Well, hold on. We got to talk about that first. Okay. I don't know if I'm 100% in agreement yet. I'm gonna see it through this conversation. I might sway to which side I might sway. I'm gonna give y'all my final verdict before we go into our other topic, which is we're gonna talk about upcoming sci-fi shows. You know, stuff like Andor.
Andor
is coming out. Okay. Tonight, okay. There's some Marvel shows.
Oh yeah.
Soon.
Oh.
Werewolf at Night. I'm still trying to understand that. Werewolf at Night. You're gonna have to explain that one. I didn't get into that. We'll talk about that. There's other shows coming out. Streaming services. Everyone got Power of the Rings and all that stuff. Anyways, we'll just have a random talk about upcoming shows. Okay, the Netflix type era. Even though it's HBO and Disney Plus still on Netflix thunder. I'll see how Netflix get I don't know, Power of the Rings. We'll see. Anyways.
Power of the Rings is
Well, that's Hulu.
No. That's Amazon Prime.
That's Amazon Prime. See, it's too many of them. It's too many of them. All right, man. Anyways. Now, set the people up. What's going on with Ezra Miller, man? He was always a weird guy.
Well,
he was always off. He was always quirky. I mean, what was that show with the book that became the movie?
You mean the Fantastic Beasts?
No. where he was this guy who was pretty perverted, right on a nuke bomb. That book they made for television, where he was working for a guy who was he was the devil, but he was like Mr. Big type guy.
Really?
What is that?
I don't know what you're
I'm gonna look it up.
I know Fantastic Beasts.
No, it's a popular movie. It was made for, I don't know if it was for ABC or what it was.
Sir, Ezra Miller did that?
Man, look, pull up Ezra Miller's movies right now.
Okay, I'm looking them up.
TV series. TV series.
TV show?
It's a remake of what they did in the 80s.
Oh, you're talking about The Stand?
The Stand. Exactly.
Okay.
That's where you got to see some real, true, weird, quirky Ezra Miller.
Well, yeah, he was
on
Trash
screen.
Can Man.
He was Trash Can Man.
But that was like last year, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying, he's been doing it for a while.
But you got to see, like, dude, this dude, like, he's a little heavy in this role. You can tell how actors get so heavy. Like Gary Oldman, when he plays his roles, you can tell, man, he's really close to. You can tell his personality is really close to this character. You see what I'm saying? That Trash Can Man, he played he convinced me like something might be off with this dude. All right. What's going on with
Fantastic Beasts, man? That was creepy enough.
What's going on with that? I still ain't gotten to that series.
That's a Harry Potter stuff.
I know. I mean, I haven't gotten into that series.
He was the child that
it was the prequel.
Yeah, well, not a prequel, but he was the child that had all the
How's
evil
not a prequel?
powers.
I thought that was 100 years before.
Not a prequel of Harry Potter.
No, I mean,
but it's a movie
before Harry Potter.
It's probably about
100 years before.
60 years before.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, but
all right, what's up?
Don't want Potterheads coming down on it.
Okay, what's up?
But I'm just saying, he's just always played the roles that I've seen. They've been off.
What?
The roles that I've seen of him doing.
A little weird and off and quirky. I don't know.
I will.
What's happening with it?
I will credit this.
What?
Before this piece from Vanity Fair came out.
Vanity Fair piece, yes.
Before this piece from Vanity Fair came out.
I'll let you talk to the people.
He came out and, said that he apologized.
Okay.
And then he said he was trying to help. He needed help for mental health and he was seeking help.
Okay, yeah. Now that's understandable.
I want to preface
that's
this that I am glad that he has come out and said he needed help. But in no way, form, or fashion will I say that his cry for help overshoots the things that he has done. He needs to be it needs to be looked into. Yeah, he needs to be held accountable for what he's done.
It's a way of holding people accountable for what they've done while trying to also help them recover.
We cannot allow this mental health thing to start to observe people from being held accountable for the actions that they've done. Because that's what's been happening.
That's true.
Everything is a mental health thing. So now we're observing them of the issue that they caused or that they did because they need help.
Yeah, and everything's a case by case. There's balances. You're right. You can't hide behind the fact that, okay, mental health issue, they don't need accountability. At the same time, you can't put the hammer down on everything because there's mental health issues and the person might not get, and people might all play the role and everyone might play punishment for, have let the ball down.
Well, it's not for us to do the judging.
And it's not us for to do the judging.
That's what we have a system for.
That's what we have a system for. But I am agreeing with you that there's certain things that people going to need to be held accountable for. Like, for instance, okay, you might have cussed out your boss, or you might have flipped out, or something. You flipped out on someone, screaming and yelling and swearing because something traumatized you. That's one thing. Okay, let's get that person's help. But then when you're talking about this, and what are you talking about?
Man, it sickens me because I have daughters, which you have daughters.
Yeah, girl, dad.
And this man had been grooming
the G word,
12-year-old native girl.
12-year-old native girl.
For a while. I mean, she's not 12 now, but he had been grooming her ever since he met her and seen her because they were going to usher in a new native apocalypse where she would be the Spider Queen.
Native apocalypse.
Listen to me, man.
Spider Queen. Keep going. I'm just adding this.
The native apocalypse in Spider Queen where he would usher in and be the new Messiah for the Native Americans. And don't quote me. Go to the Vanity Fair article.
Right.
And, you know, and we can put it in the thing for people to go look for. Go to the Vanity Fair article and read this for yourself because it's scary.
Interesting. And what else has been? Because that's pretty interesting. This is interesting because here you got a guy who's doing all these things.
Yes.
And a few things you don't mess around in this country. Well, it's people's property, that's what they come after you. Okay. Harming animals. Okay. All right. Dogs. Especially dogs.
You can't mess around with dogs in America.
Especially dogs. You know, listen, I'm a cat person, but cats, dogs, people don't, when it comes to dogs, people ready to put you in jail for 99 to life. Consecutive life sentences.
Oh, yeah.
And harming children. Okay? And so this is a big deal when you're talking about grooming and all those other things.
And this is why the parents have been trying to get a restraining order from him to be around his family. Even though the daughter has been trying to push back on this because she's older now.
Sounds like one of those episodes from Criminal Minds or something.
Oh my gosh, man. This sounds like,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, Steven Spielberg.
From SVU or something. I feel like I'm about to watch SVU talking about this.
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas couldn't write a better movie the way this is going. Excuse me for making light of this for a bit, but it's so disturbing this is the mindset of this man, and which I'm glad he's getting help for.
No, he's getting help for it, and the details go further into that. There's like a lot of darker details and things of that nature. But we're mainly going to sit here and focus on this part of it, okay? Clearly, this man is not going to be able to carry the Flash franchise further into the future, in which DC now has to compete, because DC, one, has an opportunity to compete with Marvel in the movies now. They have an opportunity. I say they will.
Okay.
But they have an opportunity because Marvel is flattening out a little bit. And that's expected because Marvel right now is at a place of where they have to reset and reorder. And there's time for them to kind of reevaluate, sit on the couch for a second, trying to reassess. Main players are gone. They got to figure out how to get to the different phase, get to the X-Men, the other phase and all that back in phase 7, 8, and 9. Okay, they got to plan for all that, get through 5 and 6. So this is a perfect time for DC to come in and start kicking some tail. So you can't be fooling around with a guy that's going to be coming in and out as Flash because he's acting up as a person. And you know how PR goes. You mess up, people boycott your movie. You need someone who's legit, good, can take care of themselves off the screen, no controversy, that can see this franchise go, the Flash go through 3 or 4 movies.
No, I agree.
DC don't got time to play around. This is the opportunity to kick Marvel's butt.
Well, DC said, well,
should they scrap it?
The new guy, the new head boss said that after these last 3 movies or 4 movies, then they're starting over with a 10-year plan. Now, I think they just need to scrap this movie.
Well, they did say Snyderverse is officially dead, which I still don't believe.
Okay,
because they keep saying it, and then something pops up. They keep saying something pops up.
Well, they've been sold, so
and you can't even really kill off. You're not replacing Jason Momoa. That ain't happening.
Well, yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to
replace those characters.
You don't have to replace him for the Snyderverse to be dead. You can just go in a different direction.
Well, yeah, but this thing don't. Okay, I don't like the word dead.
But you can.
I don't want to say the word dead. Snyderverse is no longer in control. That's what I would say. It's not dead if you're using Snyderverse's characters, the actors that play those characters. But anyways, should they scrap it or should they keep it? You say scrap it.
I think they need to scrap it.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
All done, ready to go.
All that money
got everybody excited.
Down the tube. And it sucks because
reshoot everything.
It sucks because the producers and the directors.
Man, I wish I would have looked up how much it
and,
cost to put. It got to be at a 200.
Oh, it's 200. It's a very expensive
200
movie.
ducats
and
200 M's.
I've talked to a lot of people about this, and they
200
said,
backs.
There's like all these other people don't deserve to be
start over.
Well, they don't deserve to be just having their hard work thrown out the drain.
They don't.
And you know what?
Don't.
You're absolutely right.
They don't.
But
just bring in TV Flash at the end. Say,
but you can't have him on screen.
Why not?
You can't.
This is new. Remember?
I'm not talking about Gustin. I'm talking about Ezra Miller. You can't have children looking up to him as a superhero.
Oh man, that's a rough decision, dude.
You cannot. You're going to have to market this movie. They're going to have to run presses. And all they're going to be doing is because, you know what? A lot of people outside of our bubble probably don't even know about this until it's time for that movie to come out. And they start asking questions. What about this?
Then it goes
what
viral.
Do you think?
Crazy.
And then it's going to go viral.
The only reason why it ain't blowing up insane right now
is because the movie hasn't been.
The movie ain't being released.
It ain't been marketed and pushed.
It ain't been marketed and pushed.
Right.
They ain't tried it. It is done. It should be marketed.
Wait till Michael Keaton
Black Adam got pushed months ago.
Yeah. Wait till Michael Keaton sits down and has to start answering questions. And the first question they come out
is Ezra Miller. And
you know they're going to say, well, we're not going to have any questions about Ezra Miller. There's going to be one guy.
Here's the thing. Scrap it. You know why?
I agree.
Yeah, you paid all those people money. They did all their hard work. Do it again. I don't feel bad for actors in Hollywood that just got paid $200, $300.
It's more than just the actors.
Wait, hold on. $10 million plus to play roles. Mm-hmm. They got their money, right? So, okay, you pay me to host a party. I'll come. You gave me my money to do it. Okay, I told you there's no return fees. Mm-hmm. I'm not refunding you. Mm-hmm. So you better make sure everyone's at that party. Okay? Mm-hmm. And you call me and say, hey, I got to cancel. The party's going to happen here in about 1 or 2 hours. Well, I got to cancel because no one can come and all that. Okay, now, yeah, I wanted to put on a good show. I want to get out there and rap and show everybody my rapping skills, because that's why I'm coming out with an album. Dre Irvin, the legendary CD coming to you. Well, I say CD. I just dated me. Download the latest Spotify coming out. Check my Spotify, my SoundCloud. No, I'm just playing. I ain't got nothing like that. Anyways, yeah, I want to put on a show because I'm an artiste. Mm-hmm. I got to put on a show. But I ain't hating because you already paid me my $200, $300 appearance. So I'll just go on to the next. Mm-hmm. Then the guy that you were working with, he says, I'll pick it up. Let's try to do that show here again at that same town. Okay, but you still got to pay me another $200, $300.
Right.
So let's do it. Pay them, bring them all back on set. You might even get the chance to clean up the mistakes that you did before we even saw it.
Oh, it won't be the Snyderverse then.
That's all right.
It won't end the Snyderverse like it's supposed to.
Well, that's okay. You can end it. You just do it the Discovery way.
I don't care how they do it. I just know that he should, because I heard the movie is the bomb. But I just can't picture
they do the exact same thing
wanting I don't think I want my children. I don't want my children looking up and saying he's a great Flash and he's a great superhero and a great role model after all of this that's going on.
Gustin, please.
Hey, man, I agree.
Bring back the Arrow. He ain't doing much. He ain't gone nowhere since then. He needs to do something. All right? He needs to come back to being the Arrow. If he, you know what? He will do it if you get him on the big screen.
I'm pretty sure.
He is the Green Arrow. We ain't seen no other.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to see another.
Yeah, and he's young enough to still play that role.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right.
Well, you don't have to be young.
Next topic.
Oliver Queen is old.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but we're dropping into another topic.
Yeah, what's going on? Talking about
Drop it for me.
Next topic. Ready?
What's the next topic?
Hey, GK Nation. Go to grownfolkskidsshow.com and you will find links to our TV shows and vidcasts, our GPS podcasts with links to your favorite podcast platform of choice. Subscribe and follow Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter with news, pics, information, and much more. It's a variety show. Movies, music, sports, entertainment, and comics. You'll like it. Because I'm Batman. Because we're grown, but we keep it kid. Okay, we're going to talk about, what are we talking about? Upcoming sci-fi type of Netflix, random stuff, okay? Random stuff. We'll spend 10, 15 minutes on this. Random stuff, sci-fi, all these new things are coming up. Like, for instance, Andor.
Andor's coming out tonight when I get off of work after
Andor's
midnight.
Yeah, Andor's coming. Andor's coming on, man. It's gonna be something pretty special
After midnight.
So what are your thoughts? But first of all, let people know what Andor is.
Andor is a show about how the war got nitty gritty.
Okay.
This is the war part of Star Wars. Star Wars is a movie.
Okay, it's a movie.
It's supposed to be a series about a galactic war.
Right.
And usually it's been based and centered around one family.
Skywalker.
But there are two sides that has an army and infiltration. It's a spy thriller.
Ooh.
Go back before you watch Andor.
That's a change of pace.
And watch Rogue One.
Yeah, you make sure that's important.
Rogue One is important because after Rogue One,
that's important.
This is where we're going.
Yep.
And this is moving through, which is what I think they should do, is run through Andor, and then after Andor, they run on and do a whole New Hope.
A whole new, what do you mean? A whole New Hope?
Just
a different, not a
remake,
a different version,
Hope.
A different side of it?
No.
On the other side of the galaxy? Oh, you're talking about redoing Skywalkers and all that stuff
Redo
again.
Star Wars A New Hope.
What?
That way your characters can move forward. Because those after Return of the Jedi movies, that's what I call them. I don't call them by their name. They kind of messed up because the guys were older. They couldn't handle the pressure because they passed away, and the directors didn't know which way to go. The writers didn't know which way to go.
Well, you talking about episode 7, 8, 9?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but hey, listen, folks know me. I'll go ahead and go on a rant for about another hour. I don't have enough time to do that.
But this is what I'm saying is if you start here,
you can't scrap them because it's already cemented.
There's no such thing as scrapping. It's just retconning. You just read how many.
You can't start over.
Why not?
They're done with that.
Who
We're
says
moving
you
on to
can?
new stuff.
But they're not.
We're going to Old Republic. We're going further in the future and going further back in the past.
They're not because Andor is right before a New Hope.
We don't need to do all that.
I'm trying to tell you, if you want better stories,
just tell the stories between episode 3 and 4.
That's what this is.
Yeah, just tell all the things you need to do throughout the galaxy. Show what happened in other parts of the galaxy that's non-Skywalker related.
It's all Skywalker related. You can't get away from it.
Look, there's two gaps they're trying to fill. That's 3 and 4 is being filled now. Mandalorian, Andor.
No. Mandalorian is after.
Oh, sorry. Brain freeze.
Yeah.
Brain freeze.
Okay.
Sorry, people.
So,
I apologize, Star Wars fans.
That's where I'm getting to.
But episode 3 and 4 is the first gap. Okay. All right. And they're doing it right now. They're going through all that. At episodes 4, 5, 6, 6 and 7. Okay, because they got to get to a point to where, how did the First Order came to power? We heard the things, how by talk. We need to see, they should have spent, we need like 2 episodes of that.
I'm just
TV
trying to
series of that.
You,
we need 2-3 years of TV series of that. At least how the First Order came to be. They didn't
everything
take their
you're
time.
saying is proving my point.
They didn't take 7 was cool, set you up. I didn't mind the 8 going into a different direction, but I get it. Why people got upset about that. 9, I ain't gonna talk about it. The other day I tried to watch it.
I like them.
I try to watch 9.
I like them. My issue is that
I tried.
My issue is because I look at kind of like how you do for AEW and WWE, how you look at it from an outside perspective and say,
I do.
That's how I do Star Wars.
I do.
I do not allow my love for it to take away from what I know happened.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher died.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
she died, and that messed up everything.
I know.
When everybody says, well, they dropped the ball here, here, and here. Well, they had to fast track a movie, and a woman died in between making a movie.
It happens.
And so it happened. And so they gave you the best that they could give you. And so I'm saying that's fine.
That's Abrams trying to come. You know what?
But
I want to move on.
Okay. Because
I disagree.
You ain't let me. You disagreed and didn't let me finish.
No, I don't. We got to go on because there's other people like. What other sci-fis do you want to talk about? I will go hardcore on episode 9, and I'll.
But I'm not talking about episode 9.
Okay, I will though. I'm trying to prevent y'all from hearing me go off.
Oh,
okay. All right. This is Andre preventing Dre from coming out.
Okay. All right.
Okay. That's my other ego saying.
Right, so where are you trying to go if you're going away from Andor?
What else is coming out? I mean, we got the Power of the Rings.
Oh, that's already out. Yeah,
that's pretty out. That's already
out. It's okay. It's a slow burning, and I'm trying to keep up with
the
it.
Second Age. Okay, we talk a lot about. I talk a lot about with my buddies at work.
It's before, so
it's the Second Age.
No, it's before.
No, that's First Age. This is Second Age. The Third Age is the Lord of the Rings.
Okay, listen to me.
What?
This is before the rings were made.
Yeah, the Second Age.
Okay, so when this comes about, they've already made one ring now. We're already 4 episodes in because they are doing something that I love.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay,
because I got a couple more. Okay, first and foremost, I don't care. All I needed to see is Sauron. I can never say that. Sauron. In live. I don't want to see no images, cutaways. Mm-hmm. I want to see the dude. Okay, which is going to happen.
I'm excited for that. It's taking too daggone long.
Humans, orcs, dwarves, all that good stuff. I get it. I totally get the story. Understand it. Okay.
You just want to see the big baddie.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Because it is taking a minute. And it's going to be dragged out. And then they sign up for 4 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons?
3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
But how
Which
it's
I'm not
going
too excited
is
about, but that's fine.
But they're making there's a short season, but they're jumping years, which is cool.
That's cool. They have to.
They're jumping years, so each season is a year or 2. So
further down the road.
Yeah, it's jumping seasons.
Right, because we got to get to the
years.
We got to get to the point where dude's son cuts the ring off his hand. That's the point we got to get to.
Well, don't spoil it for everyone.
No, that's in the old Lord of the Rings movies.
But,
we got to get to that.
This is someone's introduction into Lord of the Rings.
Right. Humans, how they were with the. with evil.
Oh yeah.
What is Sauron's? What's the previous boss? What's his name? Starts with an M. Man, my brain freeze.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Okay, the big evil before him. Forget it. It doesn't matter. Let me ask you a question.
I'm waiting.
People have a problem with black elves.
But remember, I said something to you about this, and you told me, no, they don't. You're just looking for the conspiracy.
No, I didn't.
And yeah, you did.
No, because I have a problem with it.
We can run the tape. You got a problem with it?
I have a problem with it.
Okay, explain to me the problem.
I have a problem with it. I get it, the whole culturalization. We said this 3 seasons ago about Hollywood pacification. You know how I feel about it, okay? Don't go into stories that comes from Celtic and other white cultures. That's where Tolkien got a lot of this stuff from.
And you know what? I'm glad you said this.
I'm going to black elves
bullcrap.
No. I am not going that way.
Have you read the books?
Listen.
I've read the books.
Fine.
And they describe them.
But I know what they base those characters off of and the religions they base those things off of.
Let me break this down to you.
We have our own characters and things you can get into African lore that we can bring movies into.
That is neither here nor there.
But I will say this. Though. Like the humans and human characters and things that, that's not so specifically that culture dependent. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we can do that. Okay? It'd be equivalent to me, because you know me, I'm about to, okay, if you're going to do this, would you accept if they did this? Now, they've done this for years. I'm not a guy that says right, wrong for wrong. Okay? They blackface white actors for a long time. They shame Native Americans by using white actors and certain Chinese for years.
Let's just get to it so I can just tell you where you're wrong.
Okay, you tell me where I'm wrong, and then I'll counter.
First of all, everyone is not holding up to what Tolkien has wrote it. Everyone is holding up to what Peter Jackson has depicted.
We're separating the book and Peter Jackson and the movie.
And this is what's going on. There are a lot of people who don't read. They're just going off of the depiction of what we have. It's the same thing with The Little Mermaid.
I understand what you're saying. I don't want to talk about that.
So
I don't want to talk about Little Mermaid.
Anyways.
I'm not down with that.
Well, I am, but we'll go into that's a different story. That's a different story. You can say no.
No,
the book doesn't describe her as being white.
And then I want to see. And then I want to see what black people do if they replace Tiana, Princess Tiana, the frog, and whatever, and with a white girl from New Orleans. What are they going to say then?
But the point is that Tiana isn't hailed for her to be black.
Yes, it is, because she comes from the New Orleans Creole culture.
Okay, well, are there white Creoles?
What?
Are there white Creole?
Creoles have black.
No,
have
listen
white
to
from,
me. Listen to me. Are there white Creole people?
Maybe culturally, maybe they adopted into it, but not. No,
were there white Creole people?
Is French and African slaves getting together.
Listen to me. All right. So by your depiction, if they force a white person into this, it's because they're making it. Ariel is a mermaid who was not depicted as white in the book.
No, I get that part.
Okay, it was Disney that did that.
But here's the you know what? That might prove your point here, though.
So this is what I'm trying to break down.
That might prove your point, because you're saying Peter Jackson's version is what people understand and know.
That's what they're depicting.
Not the book.
Not the book.
So, but then if I had to say that, then I have to go off what Disney depicted.
That's what I'm saying.
And every white girl in that country and them black girls grew up connecting to a redhead white Ariel girl.
Okay.
Okay, so there's some roles you can do that with, and there's some you can't.
It's a fictional creature.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
You're right, but here's the deal.
I just don't like...
Disney said that they picked the best person.
Oh, man, they can find a redhead girl that can go out there and sing.
Why does it have to be a redhead girl?
Because she is redhead and white.
That's because of a cartoon.
Oh, my gosh. All right, people.
It's a cartoon. But anyways, back to it. Tolkien made elves and what are the large-foots or whatever they're called?
Harfoots?
The Harfoots?
Yeah.
They were depicted as darker skin or brown skinned in the book. There were dark skinned
That's okay
elves.
with them. That's okay with them.
But they're not about just black people in general in here. But there were dark-skinned elves depicted in the book.
Those are not elves.
Listen to me.
I get it. In the book.
I'm
going by the culture that...
Okay, so no, it's not a culture. It's not a culture.
Okay.
What it is that there's a depiction. And so I was talking to this guy, and this guy said this to me.
Could I clarify something?
Go ahead.
I don't mind putting people of color in roles that they never got a chance to really get into, because Hollywood's dead set on this is how the formula has to be. I'm okay with that. There's a balance to everything. I think there's a balance to everything. I think you need to go by role and really sit down and evaluate it, like the Ariel thing. Okay? You know, Ariel has been cemented in our... And Ariel didn't do anything wrong. That movie didn't do anything wrong. It didn't offend the masses of people in there, so they got to change it because actually it's supposed to be a Asian person, and they used this white woman or white girl to become an Asian. No, it didn't do any of that. So stuff like that, it's like, do we really need to do that with this, where it's supposed to, everybody in the world has identified her as a redhead, white.
No, they haven't identified her.
And then
it's a cartoon.
Cartoons, movies, TV shows, doesn't matter.
Okay,
entertainment.
There were black mermaids in the cartoon.
There is some things that you could do that with. Listen, I'm not hating on her.
No, but my thing is,
she's Ariel. She's Ariel. But give me another sci-fi though. We need at least one more, because we're getting into that. Because this could be an hour. People are like, no. That's why our show's the best. All right, go ahead.
There's Game of Thrones.
I'm not a Game of Thrones dude.
Man, this new Game of Thrones.
The new one's better.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not a Game of Thrones dude. Is the new one better than the old one?
This House of the Dragons.
I was about to say House of Black.
Yeah,
I was thinking wrestling again.
No,
I gotta get the Dragons. It's so hard for us not to get in wrestling mode on this show.
Oh my gosh! This show right here,
House of Dragons,
is probably, and I'm holding it. I'm waiting for Andor.
Well, actually,
right now, this show is the best show on TV.
Ooh, people!
It's better than Game of Thrones. I mean, it's better than Lord of the Rings.
Well,
it's better than She-Hulk.
You just answered my question.
It's better than...
You answered my question.
Until Andor comes out...
The competition is Power of the Rings versus House of Dragons.
Oh, House of Dragons, hands down.
Hands down?
Hands down. And I'm watching both of them. Hands down.
Okay. I don't know, because I'm not going to get into Game of Thrones.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
this is before. So this part of Game of Thrones is like before the Mad King, which started Game of Thrones.
I get
from the
one
TV show.
more.
One more of what?
Explain to me Werewolf by Night.
Okay, that's going to be a difficult explanation because Werewolf by Night.
I saw the trailer.
a
I was
comic
like,
book.
what the heck? Is
Okay.
this Marvel?
And you know what?
And that, which is cool. Change of pace.
I like what they're doing because it's a special. It's a one-off special.
A
It's
one-off
one
special.
episode.
One episode?
It's like a TV movie for Halloween. It's kind of like a comedy drama.
Okay.
So it's not like
Okay.
it's not like an episodic series. This is a special.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Werewolf by Night is actually a horror comic book that has Moon Knight in it and
Okay.
so forth. And it depends on which one you get. Because there's one where it's J. Jonah Jameson's son who went to space.
Right.
It comes back.
Right.
And anytime the moon comes out, he turns into this werewolf because of the moon rock.
Right.
I don't know what this one is about. I've been kept in the dark about this.
Looks pretty horror-ish.
It
I
is,
think
it
Doctor
is.
Strange opened up a door,
No,
which means
it is horror-ish.
more Deadpool, rated R. Marvel's going to go rated R at some point.
This is more horror, but I think it's gonna
Is
be.
Disney going to let them do it?
I think it's gonna be an older type comedy horror.
All right.
That's what I think this is going to be, because I
Alright.
think what we're about to get.
So which one we get? They had a TVA. Did not see the elements of the TVA in there with those zap sticks.
You might have.
I saw that in the thing.
Okay, so but like I said, we
Oh,
don't know
man.
what we're
We put
getting
Loki in it.
because you got to remember, once November hits,
All right.
the game starts running.
The what starts running?
The game, Marvel's game starts running once November hits.
What do you mean game?
The second part of 4 and the beginning of 5.
Oh, you mean the continuation of the phases?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
game
okay,
starts.
Okay, yeah. Okay. That's what you mean. Ball game.
Because
Between DC and Marvel.
No.
DC, because all their stuff is coming out in November and December.
Once Black Panther,
the fight starts.
Black
the
Panther,
boxing match
Black
starts.
Panther comes out in November.
Maybe.
No, it's coming out in November.
No, I'm saying, yeah, we already know Black Panther's on fire. Maybe. Because Chad ain't there at the end of the day.
No, I know.
At the end of the day,
what I'm
it's going
saying
to be
is,
one of the coolest. It's going to be a banging movie for them losing such a major impact star, or it's going to be, oh boy, it's not as good. Yeah, they need a Chad on that one.
well,
So we're about to find out.
Well, I mean, you can't have a Chad on it. So if you go into it wanting to hate the movie, then you suck. You have to go into.
No, I don't think anybody's going into
People
hate
are
it.
going into
No,
hating this because they
no.
haven't made a new. No, let me. Dre, you,
sure?
you do this. This is
You
the
sure?
same thing when I said
You
about
sure?
black elves. People are so mad that they haven't made a new Black Panther.
Black elves fall in love with a human.
Hey, it happens. You know, it happens. Superman fell in love with a human. What's wrong with that?
Elves and humans cannot get together.
Man,
It's an
why-
abomination.
How do aliens and humans get together?
Man, that's a whole different topic.
No, we ain't gonna.
All right, go ahead.
But anyways, so
You ripped out aliens.
where was I at?
We ain't Captain Kirk up in here.
Captain Kirk he was with everyone.
Everybody.
But they're black people. I mean, and there are websites and Facebook pages straight on being like, Marvel should have made a new Black Panther. We deserve a new Black Panther. The King should keep going. And I'm like,
Honestly,
why don't we
I think so too.
I agree. He
think
should
so too.
But we have to follow the movie
This happens all the time.
We have to follow the movie first.
People die, you got to move on to the next character.
Right, but we can't say that they didn't do something until they do it. You haven't allowed Ryan Coogler.
So you okay with transitioning to a brand new king that's not connected with the family or something, or compared to just replace the actor?
We don't know. Yeah, I would want.
What would you rather do? Replace the actor or
Look,
do
everybody
something else?
knows my idea. What they should have done is Michael B. Jordan should have been the new Black Panther.
Wow, he's dead.
Listen to me.
All right.
They opened up a way for this to happen.
The multiverse.
The multiverse.
Yeah, they did.
Because Michael B. Jordan could be T'Challa in another universe that got stuck here.
Ooh.
After the fight with the Atlantean.
That might happen.
It might, but we're not letting the movie happen.
Okay, we'll see. Just the same thing with the whole, with the whole thing with the Woman King. People are fighting about that.
Man, I heard the Woman King I'm going to see that this week.
There's a lot of.
I heard it was great.
There's a civil war in the black community. I
know there is because it was two white women who wrote the book.
No, not just that. No.
Oh, okay.
It's because the tribe. What they did to contributing to slaves in the slavery day.
But it happened. What are we crying about that?
Because of the tribe. It's you all need to research what the tribe did compared to
what the
Viola Davis fan base of feeling women empowerment and all that. That's the clash. Women empowerment versus the history, the ugly truth of it. So yeah, I'm neutral. I'm going to see it, then I critique it.
This is why I was going to say this earlier.
But we got to close it up.
Okay. Because I talked to an older man about, we were talking about the dark elves and stuff.
Right.
And it was an older white man. And what he said to me is that nowadays, this small minority of white people who are so upset, I mean, there are grown men upset that Ariel and elves are black. That don't even watch. They're grown men.
I think we didn't need it.
Okay, let me finish.
I don't care for the area.
Let me finish.
Go ahead. I'm a black man.
What he said is that because they go out to watch movies to have an opening of a life without melanated people in it, that they're upset now that they can't even escape reality.
Okay.
And I think that's what's happening with the black community with our history. We can't escape the reality of what happened in Africa.
Well, that's a decent point.
And by all means, they should make a movie that tells the truth.
We're going into human nature.
Right. But
you're so conditioned to think this way, but then reality and truth keeps hitting you. You want to keep running.
Right. This movie says it's loosely based off of truth.
That's where things always go wrong.
If you loosely based, because you're going to be entertained.
Interpretations of Hollywood and interpreters, and that's where people have a problem because we're doing the whole women empowerment Viola Davis thing, which I'm a major fan of here.
Oh yeah,
but we're doing that whole thing on loosely based history.
But it doesn't say
Same
it's
thing
a
with the
biopic.
Lakers. Same thing with the Lakers. When they lose,
it was loose, but it's a good show.
Time.
But was it a good show?
It was a good show.
Okay, so even though it was loosely based, but they let you know.
But they're like,
some of this didn't happen.
Was he that a crazy? Was the general manager that crazy? Hall of Fame. Was he that? Was he that insane?
But they have to do entertainment. This is entertainment,
and that's where the problem gets.
People forget.
That's where
they want things to be so real. But then they don't want it to be so real.
They want entertainment and they want loosely based truth, but we became a society that wants relative. We want everything to be relative. And that's where the problem is. When you loosely base and make a movie on loosely based things,
right?
This is what's going to happen.
Because nothing is stopping.
And when people getting tired of being forced feminism.
Nothing is stopping.
I'm not against feminism, but I don't like forced misogyny and male misogyny. I don't like forced feminism. I don't like forced things. I like things to naturally.
Well, do you think this movie is a force? I think this movie
this is pure women empowerment.
No, I get you. But I think what they did
when you loosely base history, you're going to fall into that. It goes 75% into that into 25% accuracy history.
No, I get you.
Right. But when you loosely base.
Hear me out.
Okay, hear me out. And then we're closing.
Hear me out. No one is ever mad at the Dora Milaje.
Okay.
The Dora Milaje. No one's mad about knowing that they are the greatest fighting force on Earth.
Okay.
It's a.
I mean, I don't know.
It's an army of black women.
I think. You talking about in Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No one is mad about that.
Oh, because I was about to say. I mean.
No, I'm saying the Dora Milaje.
Okay.
It is supposed to be the greatest fighting force.
Okay.
On Earth, and it's all women.
Right. But that's not based on any history.
No, I get you.
There's no African history tied to that.
But it is tied in African history. It just doesn't, it's just in a comic book setting. All of these things that Ryan Coogler used.
You put it that way. Yeah,
Ryan Coogler used real history.
Based off that. Yeah,
right.
I get that.
He used real history and put it in.
But then when you put the actual tribe's name involved.
No, I get you.
Man, now we're talking.
Yeah, we're Americans. We ain't even loosely tied to the tribes that we're born from.
Well,
so what are we upset about?
Just like I said, because loosely based history, and listen, like I said, people, I'm neutral. I will go see the movie.
I'm going to see it because I heard it was good.
Well, I'm not going to go see it. I'm gonna wait till it comes out. You know,
I only go see it. And that's you not going to see it. You're not supporting it.
I'm
waiting until it come on TV. That's not supporting, Dre.
Dude,
we have to support our movies.
If I'm gonna spend $50 on a popcorn and a ticket, I'm gonna see me a comic book movie and a love story. I'm gonna see a romantic comedy.
I ain't going to see no romantic comedy. Man, you're trying to get me in trouble with my missus.
Listen, I'm trying to see virtual reality. I'm trying to see alternate universes. I'm gonna spend my money. Listen, shoot, I'm a Star Wars type guy.
Black Adam's coming.
Hey, Black Adam, man. Hey, thanks for. Too bad we didn't get to that because I saw that last trailer.
Man, that Nick Fury TV show.
Man, Nick Fury.
That TV
Secret
show.
Wars.
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
That looks good.
Yummy fruits. Hey, thanks for listening to our show. We have fun. We get deep. That's what we do. Thanks for listening to our show. Go to grownfolkskidshow.com. Okay. And listen, hit subscribe, YouTube, all that stuff. Listen to our thing.
Share it with your friends.
Share it with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Well, until next time, next Grown Folks channel.
He's trying to get us in trouble again.
No.
Peace out.
I didn't say that.
Peace out. GPS.